If you haven't checked into it yet, check out my text adventure game Isekai, where you can reincarnate into any world and go on an adventure. Visit play.isekaigen.com. We're almost nearing the end of this season, and it's time to see which action anime gave us a blast and made us binge watch those anime episodes fast. Here are the 10 best action anime of this season you must watch. Let's go! Death games are one of my favorite tropes, and this anime nails death games. And it has a maid, so who can complain? Yuki wakes up stuck inside a creepy mansion called the Ghost House, along with 5 other girls all wearing maid outfits. To survive, they have to get through some deadly traps like blowguns, buzzsaws, and locked rooms. But there's something that sets Yuki apart. At only 17, she's already a pro at death games. While everyone else is freaking out, she stays cool and handles the chaos like it's just another challenge.
切るのは私がやるよ。大丈夫。どの部位も一撃で落とすと約束する。
When you watch this anime, the excitement isn't just about the traps, but how Yuki stays calm when things get crazy. It's cool to see a main character who thinks through problems instead of panicking. The intense survival moments keep the tension, the whole maid theme adds a fun side to it, and the mix of sharp humor and non-stop action makes it really fun. If you want thrilling fights with some clever jokes and serious skills, this show's perfect for you.
かなりの数だな。A ランクのパーティーなら逃げ出すのも理解できる。だが、俺なら一人でも十分だ。
Yep, you cannot pass on without a fantasy anime. Orndola's story starts off tough. He gets kicked out of his own party because they say he's weak and can't stick to one thing. He used to be a top swordsman, but switched to enchanter, and now his old crew doesn't want him. Instead of giving up, Orn grabs his sword and heads out on a new adventure, mixing sword skills with magic moves nobody expected. This is like mixing classics and RPGs, and then creating this bizarre but OP class. At this point, light novel writers are always trying to find creative ways to make their protagonists OP, and even though the show has all the familiar tropes dotted in, I'd say this way is at least hooked my attention. So if you like stories where the hero breaks the usual one skill only rule and surprises everyone, this anime is worth watching. Two and a half years after the Lost July disaster rocked a city and shook the world, things are heating up again. On the tough desert planet No Man's Land, Vosh the Stampede, a gunslinger known for never taking a life, faces off against his brother, Millions Knives. Knives wants to erase humanity, and this battle will decide what happens to the planet and everyone on it.
またあなたですか？何のご用です？
Yes, the CGI might throw people off, and it even threw me off, but the first season of the remake still had the original charm in it. Well, not 100% of the original charm, since the original was a masterpiece, but it came close. And this season ups the stakes. Watching Vosh try to stay true to his promise of not killing, even when everything falls apart, feels different from the usual action heroes. The battles aren't just about cool moves or explosions. They show the struggle between staying calm and giving in to chaos. This is like the gunslinger version of Rurouni Kenshin.
心配いらねえから。スイーツも一日一個をちゃんと守るから。お兄ちゃん、一緒に。もう一人で大丈夫だから。
This is about an anime who likes to troll people, and since I like to do that too, I found this anime pretty relatable. Shoji Inishiro, also known as the troll or Ringo online, isn't your usual hero. He stirs up trouble on his streams, mostly to make cash and get attention. But there's a bigger reason behind it. He needs cash for his little sister's medical bills. Shoji dropped out of high school and acts tough, but he's really just a brother who will fight anyone by mixing curses and modern exorcisms.
そいつの電脳の炎は青かったんだ。
青 い炎って
I know the premise sounds like the show's trying to ride on Jujutsu Kaisen's hype wave, and it's actually pretty true. But somewhere in the middle, the show also gets on its own 2 feet. What really stuck with me is how Shoji's love for his sister pushes him through battles, giving the usual emotional shonen feel. The mix of trolling and serious fight scenes keeps the story interesting, showing that a troll can still be interesting. I mean, I'm interesting. Wait, I'm interesting, right? Every time a show calls a new season part 2 instead of putting a new number, I want to slap Netflix and Attack on Titan on the face because I'm pretty sure that's what started this trend. Anyways, the firefighters are back in action. There are new teams joining in, crazy battles, and a lot more secrets about the mysterious evangelist that made the story super exciting. I only got to watch the first 3 episodes, but I know this season's gonna dive right into the middle of all the chaos. The fights are smooth and epic, and there's always something new to learn about the pyro powers in different groups. The characters deal with huge threats while also handling their own problems, which makes things way more interesting. I was always surprised how Fire Force took a simple power like fire power and built an entire power system around it. That isn't creativity. I don't know what is.
もうやめろ。二人とも死ぬには惜しい。
そうだそうだ、お前らちょっと冷静になれ。
Golden Kamuy is the underrated and most underappreciated anime out there, and ends with its last chapter serving up one final wild adventure. For those who don't know, this is about Saichi Sugimoto, a guy who spends time as a miner after the Russo-Japanese War, but later joins with a girl named Asirpa in search of a vast amount of gold hidden by the Anyu people. In this season, Sugimoto and Asirpa keep chasing the hidden Anyu gold, dealing with tough enemies and uncovering secrets tied to history and culture. Even without tons of hype, Golden Kamuy nails its final season by sticking to what made it different, mixing action and culture. The finale keeps a steady balance between intense battles and moments that make you actually care about the people involved. What made Golden Kamuy so lovable in the first place is not just flashy fights, but the characters. I seriously think everyone should give this show a try because you'll love it.
相変わらず見事な腕だ。エクスカリバー!
Hell yeah, Fate series is even more complicated now, but at least this isn't tied to the main series, it's a spin-off. This time, the Grail War is set in Snowfield, a city stuck in a messed up version of the Third Holy Grail War. A group from the US tries to copy the magical battle using data stolen from the original fight in Fuyuki, but things go sideways. The Saber class disappears and strange new servants show up. Then there's Rongao and his spy student Faldius sent to check out the chaos. Right away, Faldius shoots at Rongao and drops a bomb that the war is actually real and about to cause big trouble for the Mage Association.
死にたくない
抑止の輪より来たれ。天秤の守り。
I've been memeing about this anime like crazy, but in all seriousness, this gives what Fate fans actually want. Action, magic, supernatural stuff, and Gilgamesh. It would be nice if we had Saber, but beggars can't be choosers. I also liked how it twists the usual Fate formula instead of just redoing the old plot. The weird fake war keeps you guessing, and the new servants shake things up instead of the usual class battles.
教頭意味ないだろ。
Remember Gabimaru, who wanted to see his wife? Well, my man is back in action, and all of them land on a creepy island ruled by a scary monster named Tenzin. Their mission is simple: grab an immortality potion and get out alive. But there's a problem. They have to team up even if they don't trust each other. Meanwhile, a bunch of reinforcements led by Shugen Yamada Ayasayaman also show up, and some have scores to settle with Gabimaru.
再生が間に合わない。こいつはまずい。
We're right back in the middle of the chaos and I'm loving it. The fights aren't just cool looking, they're brutal and serious, making you want to keep watching. The tension between criminals and executioners forced to work together is what really hooks you in. And this second season ups the stakes and pits my man Gabimaru against Tenzin himself. And it's not just a simple good versus bad story, it's messy and full of backstabbing you don't see coming.
ここを生き延びれたらな。ほら次だ次だ
In a world where being called a hero is actually the worst thing that can happen, people sentenced to this are stuck fighting endless battles against demon lords, and they can never truly die. Xylo Forbart used to lead the Holy Knights, but now commands a group of criminals on the harsh front lines. When he meets Terrorita, a badass with weapons, he decides to work together with her while giving her head pats. And he has one mission: stay alive, get revenge, and maybe grab some twisted glory.
黙れゴキブリだ
Watching this anime is like jumping on a wild ride full of action. That's why I love it in the first place. Xylo's tough resolve mixed with Terrorita's quick humor brings real energy to their battles and moments together. It's like a crazy combo of intense fights and sharp jokes. Perfect if you're bored of the same old hero tales. If you want action that goes all out and a story full of surprises, this show's definitely worth a shot. Winter 2026 brought back Jujutsu Kaisen, and you know what that means. More crazy curses, wild battles, and Gojo doing his usual unstoppable thing. And this time, it is the legendary Culling Games. Now, I am no manga reader, so I dropped into this season like a newborn baby, and the hype of this show is well deserved. Like I said, I love death games and fast-paced action, so I'm going all in.
意識が刀に行き過ぎ
Yes, I love Jujutsu Kaisen, but more than anything, I love how the entire anime fandom makes a comeback whenever Jujutsu Kaisen gets aired. And this season is gonna be a blast because Maki's going beast mode and my boy Yuta is coming back to show who's boss. I know some fans are already divided over the directing and execution, but like I said, I'm no manga reader, and this looks peak enough for me, so I'll be watching this weekly.